I think the first thing that we need to be clear on is that nothing in our directive gives sanctuary to criminals. And despite how many times we say that, those who want to mischaracterize it, that we're somehow giving haven to immigrants to commit crime in our state. You break the law, you go to jail, regardless of your immigration status. The importance behind the directive is that we have seen in this state, and across the country for that matter, that immigrants have been victimized, new immigrants have been victimized, and because of their immigration status, they don't feel comfortable reporting crimes to law enforcement. They feel that if they go to a police station, they might end up in a deportation center. And because of that, they refuse to go testify at trial. And because of that, their domestic abuser might go free. And because of that, a gang member might not get prosecuted. I mean, MS-13 is not victimizing anybody around this table. MS-13 is victimizing individuals in immigrant communities who are already afraid to go to law enforcement. And so if we're truly serious about prosecuting MS-13, we want their victims to come forward. And so what this directive does, it says to folks that we're not going to deport you if you come report a crime. That's not our role. That's the role of ICE enforcement removal operations. So we told our cops that you're not to stop anybody based on their suspected immigration status, where you think they come from, what they look like. That's Constitution 101. That we don't do that in this state. It's plainly illegal to stop somebody because of what they look like and for no other reason. You're not to inquire about immigration status unless it's relevant to a crime. You're not to hold somebody past their release date. Again, we don't violate constitutional rights. You know, we're not going to honor detainers for weeks. You know, in the most serious cases, we'll honor a detainer for a number of hours till the end of the day. And if ICE doesn't pick them up, that's on ICE. In most cases, ICE has prior notice of these individuals before they're released. And I think the pointing of fingers to state law enforcement, the pointing of fingers at our jails, that we somehow contributed to this crime when they fell short on their obligation to do their jobs, I think is extremely disingenuous, and it's dangerous. You know, in some cases, if somebody is arrested, a judge makes a call that they can be released after their arrest. The judge has taken into consideration their risk to the community, their risk of flight, their dangerousness. Yeah, and so a judge has made that determination already. And so if the judge says they're free to go, how are we to hold them? Unless they have a competing order from a court saying, no, honor this federal warrant.